Oh, welcome back to Command & Conquer Tiberium Crisis, and welcome to Head Clash. This mission we're going to take down Temple Prime. This is another post-commentary here. I'm here with Sayed Mamdoh, who's joining me once more, and the camera is just moving to those various points of interest. But you don't really need that when the mission starts. I guess I think in Red Alert you can freeze the action while it happens, which I think is a better choice. Red Alert 3 doesn't do that, but I prefer the Tiberium Wars approach there, where so he's saying it as well. Yeah, I prefer the Tiberium Wars way of simply giving you this kind of like spy satellite-esque view, which allows you to basically observe the objective. You get a marker, but you just freeze the action. You can argue how realistic that is, because obviously the enemy's not going to stop attacking just because your intelligence officer has to tell you something about the battlefield situation. But for gameplay, it's a video game. For gameplay purposes, it's perfectly fine here. Now, this map here is fairly extensive. I'm not saying it's too large, but it feels larger than the original map, like relative to the units and everything. I'm not sure I actually like that, because it also feels a little bit empty, but that's the thing with a couple of maps where, for example, here the town is just missing, and you really only have Temple Prime, just a bunch of cliffs on the way, but overall not that many features. And for the co-op version, there's one good thing about that is that. So I think they added one additional AI here, probably for balance reasons, which not all the co-op maps do. Some of them are basically just a version of the original map where just add another human player, and that's basically it. But this one here does have an extra AI, but that AI just builds doesn't build a like fancy base with walls and everything. I think it's just basically like a skirmish base, so to speak. You're definitely going to need to expand here. There's not that much Tiberium here. Let's get some tanks out here. And let's see when Nod decides to attack here. Yeah, one of the advantages of the crawler factions is that as soon as you have a refinery, you can just build another crawler, so you get a bit of an economic edge there. Whereas the MCV factions will have to build a war factory first. Yeah, there's some blue Tiberium there, that's always nice. Get some additional power here. The power plants, you really need to, because all your tech buildings, if you count like the communication center and the armory and everything else, tech structures, they all consume quite a bit of power, so you need to make sure that those actually all nicely supplied, whereas let's say in other games like Red Alert 2, I guess it depends on if you start building base defense, then you need a lot of power for like Tesla cores and prism towers, but a lot of the other structures like refinery, war factory, barracks, they don't really consume that much in the way of power.
Construction is complete.
Yep. Use it wisely indeed. A little bit of anti-air here because you never know. Even though the AI does not tend to use a lot of air units unless they are Skrin. The Skrin, they love to use a big air unit, but everybody else, like, I haven't seen that many Storm Riders or so. Here we go. Let's build an anti-infantry defense here. We're probably going to need that. And let's also expand on that Tiberium field here, because there's actually quite a lot of resources. Considering that there's blue Tiberium, there might actually be more resources than there are in the starting area. This most just has a green Tiberium. It just has the advantage of regrowing, which is nice too. Now Predators here not the best choice against infantry, obviously, especially rocket infantry, but yeah, if that's what you have, then that's what you have. And yeah, the planes look so weird. That's a shadow team. Like the planes from like Red Alert 2 in this era here, where everybody else has like fancy transports and whatnot, they just feel weird.
Construction is complete.
And nope, that has not finished. Nope, it's not done yet. You can still issue the command if the survey here hasn't actually expanded, but it's a bit weird. There we go, yeah. Need to be a bit patient. Some mods like Tiberium Essence, they increase the speed at which these guys here unfold, but in the original, they do it very slowly. Yeah, Sayed Mamdoh here unfortunately got targeted by the AI fairly early on, which is not ideal. Because I think that might just be where the AI is, or the AI just decided to hate on like the one player. Yeah, that happens occasionally. That's it really depends on the map, but it's not always. It was great that Hamster didn't make it, but let's see whether they can at least take out these units here. This Titan, quite a lot of Scorpion tanks, but Scorpion tanks, they're not the best. I'm not sure whether these actually have the upgrade. And the Zone Troopers are arriving as well. Yeah, these melt away quite quickly. And there we go. Time for some repair here. A little bit of anti-infantry defenses here. And it's time to Marv up. Which you can do before you even have the tech center, which is interesting. So you can get out your Marv reasonably early, actually. And there's more not forces. Yeah, that tower's not going to last long. Yep, in fact, couldn't even repair it. A bit more power here before we build that tech center. Shatterer here is shattering troops nicely. I'm not sure whether they use the same weapon as the Mastodon. Mastodon might be stronger, but at least it looks similar. It also goes across, like a shockwave across the ground. That's quite nice because it damages multiple targets in its path, as far as I know. Yeah, here the AI didn't really care for this position here, which is nice. But yeah, this one here has now been eliminated, which is not ideal. But there's enough space for multiple players to build an expansion in the east there. Yeah, more hamsters here, of course. Yeah, here we go.
A structure is under attack.
But yeah, it's mostly Scorpion tanks, so this isn't too bad. The flame tanks here can deal quite some damage, but they also fall a bit faster. At least it's not at this stage here. It's not advertised and whatnot. And the Marv has arrived. The Marv is good not only because it dishes out damage, but also because the enemy has a really hard time taking those guys out, because most of the time the AI will not focus on a single unit like that, like a human player would. Yep, those Scorpions changed their mind. Let's drop some extra resources here. And oh, there's some cyborg units as well. Those can be quite the nuisance if you're not prepared, because you don't want to face those with predators. Yeah, lots of blue Tiberium here. Yeah, there we go. They're all gone. I'm not sure whether those Shatterers between the two factions are actually different, like the Tiberium Wars versus Tiberian Twilight Shatterer. Maybe not. Okay, let's get that tech center up and running in the bank there, so it doesn't get itself destroyed immediately. You could also get a rig, but we've got 2 production facilities there to heal units, so that's not too bad. There we go. Maybe barracks, that might be an idea. Should of course have filled that Marv with units. But well, barracks late, better late than never. Yeah, more people here to harness that delicious blue Tiberium. And maybe I should build a little less stuff yet all at once, but well. Oh, This, oh, did that, wait, did that do anything? I don't think it did actually. Well, at least not at this stage here. Goodbye, plane.
Structure is under attack.
Everything's still fine here. You can get the blue Tiberium here first. Yeah, this attack, it can be quite lethal to smaller infantry units and maybe like light vehicles, but otherwise it's really not that bad. Crawler's moving. Yeah, that mammoth looks really tiny compared to the Marv, but well, that's how it is.
Construction is complete.
And more power, we'll use it. Yeah, sure. The zone troopers are generally the right choice, especially now that they can attack air units. Otherwise, you could also argue for missile troopers, just for versatility.
Construction.
Possibly a commander, even though I'm not sure you can put the commando in the Marv actually. In this game, yeah, I don't think I've tried that, but the commando isn't that great, so may or may not be worth it. Yeah, we're actually still doing fine here. The AI doesn't care for that position. No backup needed at this point here. I guess you could also move from your starting position, but that will cost you some time. I guess you could move all the way to the east there, but I'm not sure whether that's quite worth it. Okay, let's Marv up the Marv. And more mammoth tanks. The Juggernauts are also pretty good because they have actually pretty good range and they feel a bit more flexible. They don't need to deploy themselves specifically, and they also, it feels like they just fire not have a higher rate of fire, but they don't need that much time to deploy or so. Instead, they just basically stop moving and boom, there we go. So crane here. Let's try to save that tower there if possible. May not be possible. The missile launched, not ideal. Of course we want the ray guns here. If you go that hard for mammoth tanks, that's probably what you want. That's quite a lot of not forces actually. Maybe one more reason to go into the repair aura there. Even though it seems like those guys are just standing around. And yeah, here that's not ideal at all. Yeah, I think it's just a concentration of wells that's there. But yeah, the AI really hated Sayed in this mission here. I'm not quite sure why. Some of it could just be like just the AI script stance. Let's just go after whatever the greatest concentration of wealth is. But yeah. Attempt to fix these guys here a little bit. And maybe build some defense there just to help out a little bit. War factory here just in case. I don't think I actually meant to put anti-air there, but sure. Yeah, not still standing a steady amount of forces. Nothing particularly dangerous here, because it's like these mid-tier units that mammoth tanks excel against, and the flame units, they could be dangerous, but they're going after the armor instead of the structures, which is really not the right choice. And now everybody's been burned to a crisp.
Construction is complete.
Just a sonic emitter here. Just like basically like a static Shatterer, or the Shatterer is a mobile sonic emitter, depending on how you look at it. In any case, more power here and another refinery as well. Nothing about the crawler is also that you can just kind of move forward and use it as a repair station, and then also as a reinforcement station. So in that way, it's really quite practical. It's like a mix between the mobile repair unit and also mobile war factory, the one from Tiberian Sun Firestorm. All the crawlers take forever to repair, so it's really worth it to occasionally spend an engineer on one. in the mid-high here, just in case, and you once more go for the blue Tiberium. Ensure more power plants just for some, well, not necessarily power independence here, but just a bit more power here. That guy still needs a little more repair here. Yep, Sonic is ready. This mission otherwise, especially once the super weapon is down, it doesn't, yeah, there's a green AI base there. The AI doesn't put that much pressure on you. So it's generally fine to just kind of slowly move over the map here and then. So that's the thing, wait, did I buy the ray gun upgrade twice? Or did I mix something up there maybe? A bunch of guys here. Yeah, there's just an AI crawler with that looks like kind of like a skirmish base. Of course, not coming after me the moment I move out, but that's like not cycles and buggies. That is really not the right choice against these units here. But it's not like the AI is actually shooting stuff. I think these might just be reinforcements too. I'm not convinced the AI is actually building any of this here. Yep, they're crushed indeed. Even though I'm not sure, can mammoth tanks actually roll over units? I'm not so sure about that. Oh yep, Scorpion tanks here underground, which I think still damages them. Get some infantry in here, that's kind of expensive, but let's see. Well, that can make a difference, it may or may not be. Let's see. Now, rats joining in here as well. These scorpions are just... What are they doing? They're just hopping like up and down here for some reason. I'm not sure what the deal there is, but yeah, sure. Yep. More money's tight. On this map here, not so much. Unless the eye goes for you exclusively for some reason. Yeah, those scorpions are just dancing the scorpion dance there. Yeah, sure, you guys do that. Try to keep this guy here. Nope, didn't work out, but well, let's see. Try another one here. Should repair that one a little bit earlier.
Enemy unit sighted.
Okay, more mammoth tanks. Yes, some juggernauts here too. Yeah, but they're going down. It's not ideal, but stuff's happening. And another sonic emitter is going to be online soon. But yeah, it's a bit of a struggle.
Structure is under attack. Construction is complete.
There we go. Yeah, that's just tore through those rocket guys. That's much better. Much better already. The rate of fire on these guys here is pretty low. For some reason, that one rocket guy still survived that. I'm not sure I managed to do that. Maybe that was just outside. It just looked like it was hit. Anyway. Almost down here. Yeah, for some reason those guys decided to take a step back here. Actually, no, they don't. No. But they just kind of walk around here. But no worries, we can sort this out. Good thing there's another sonic emitter in the north. I should have built that far north, but yeah, you always know better later. Okay. Time to move out. Oh, of course, there's just a bunch of guys. I think are these hunters? Wait, no, those are no, that's a is that a GDI unit? I forgot about that already. Never mind. Anyway, the Scorpion is slowly getting itself lasered. I really like that guy, and yeah, of course, yeah, EMP attack here. That's fine though. Can live with that. That doesn't matter that much. I really wish the Marv was a bit faster, not to actually move faster, but just so it would always be in front and absorb all that damage. That'd be neat. But yeah, one more reason to go after that AI. There we go. Third refinery here. So that should That should lead to some financial relief there. And who's standing around here now? Oh, it's a bunch of flame tanks. That's actually not bad. Those are not great against these mammoth tanks here. Yeah, when I played the Xbox 360 version of Tiberium Wars, I noticed how weak the unpatched flame tanks are. They got a massive boost. With I think at least the patches, possibly also the Kane's Rise expansion. Without that, they feel so feeble. Even against structures, which should really be like the one thing. Structure and infantry, that should be like the one thing they just tear through, no matter what. But they feel so feeble. You can notice that in the Washington mission, the first mission you get where you get them as not. Like once you have all the patches and everything, you just tear through everything. But it's probably a Black Hand team or so. But before that, you can really feel the difference. There we go, mouse coming up. As it should. There's a Guardian Cannon here just in case. And more mammoth here are advancing, as they should, of course. Let's just keep spamming those guys, because now that the finance have been largely sorted out. Let's see how much stuff green actually has in their base. They have... Do we have an air tower here? I haven't seen them build any air units. Maybe they just build that and then don't commit to building any of such units. Hey, let's deny them some tech here. Always good. They do have an avatar. And other niceties here. Multiple, in fact. Like nothing insurmountable, but they do have a decent amount of stuff regarding the base. There we go, that one's gone. I like it when that avatar loses its legs and then runs around like at a frantic pace. There's something incredibly funny about that. Sure, more factory I can go down. I wish we could really take over stuff here. This would be fun if you could have stuff from maybe not only 2 but like more factions than that. That would be really cool. Alas, that will not be the case. More mammoth where those came from.
A structure is under attack.
Always good. Game slowing down a little bit. That's to be expected. There's some more of green stuff coming over here, including a widow. But this should be manageable now. Yep. Let's try to shut them down here. And more guys are on the way. There we go.
A structure is under attack.
Question is always where to... Yeah, that was not the most exciting reveal, but sure. And that's lots of avatars going after us here. They're not coming from both sides now. That's not ideal, but again, it's mostly Scorpion tanks. That's not the biggest deal. Okay, let's just Iron Cannon this situation here and then just leave. Unfortunately, that also destroyed a lot of husks, but well. There we have fast avatar. Well, not so fast now that... Did that one confessor actually pick up... like a crate? That would be so funny to waste that on a confessor, seriously. Yep. Let's see. Oh, crawlers still retreating. I think yeah, we've got guys here to intercept that one. Yeah, it's just one avatar, and is that Then an aftershock? No, I think that's an artillery piece. Missile launch. Oh, that's probably gonna hit here. Yeah, I think I should have probably moved these guys here. That would have been a bit safer. Yeah, I think the AI only stops deploying crawlers when you just kill everything else. Basically, if they have nothing else left, then... Oh, there we go, yeah. Not ideal, but oh well. These can still move out of the way here, even though you are delayed. Okay, so those guys are gone. Or are they? Yes, well, now they are. Oh, that's actually a crate there. Not bad. Yeah, this was not great, because that destroyed all the juggernauts. Of course, there was a Shadow Team. The Shadow Team can be somewhat annoying because they're actually fairly tough, I found. Yeah, there are some the husks and then get destroyed as well, so that's a bit unfortunate. But there we go, at least green's gone now. Not sure what upgrade the Juggernaut got there, maybe range or yeah. And yeah, not many guys survive, but the Muff's still around, and that's what counts. Let's re-establish that war factory there. And it's time for a little bit of recovery. And more Juggernauts, of course. At least the Muff got promotions here as well. That is a lot of artillery. Too much artillery, in fact. The AI occasionally does that, where they send like 6 artillery pieces. Like just those. And nothing else. At least they're easy to destroy, even though they deal quite a lot of damage, especially against structures here. But yeah, now they're basically gone. And those guys were not worth just a single war factory. Okay. Let's get some Mark back in shape again, even though it's not that badly damaged actually. And more guys are on the way already. And yeah, it's time for some armor superiority. Yeah, one mammoth here just as a defender, even though I don't think the AI is actually going to attack me there over the course of this match here. But you never know. Maybe they do decide to do that at one point. It would be a bit unfortunate because that's quite an economically valuable position. And that's a lot of Juggernauts. And sure, more mammoth here as well, because why would we not? Where's that engineer? There we go. And yeah. Entry point not always easy to find. Yeah, I wish I could have gotten some of Green's avatars, but well, you can't always have everything. And it's gonna be fine. Otherwise, the Knot Bay is not that well defended actually. It's very vast, but doesn't have like a huge concentration of wealth or anything. And there's also the fact that it does have all those walls and everything, but the walls are actually pretty weak, so it's not nearly as well defended as it is in the original, for better or worse. Yeah, I do agree, 2 Tiberium fields at starting position is really not enough, especially I think one of them is a blue field that doesn't actually regrow. And I'm not even seeing what I'm shooting down here. Yeah, they should have adjusted that slightly. Get some extra Tiberium going here. That's a lot of harvesters. These guys are EMP'd again, but it's fine, they're gonna recover. Or are they? Let's see. Maybe not quite. No, it might be a bit too much for some of them. Or, nope. Did survive it, but no, they all need quite some recovery here. But yeah, they're all flashing nicely, that's what you want. Tech Center is finally Up here or up again, I suppose. Or at least was under construction again. Bit more of you here. Yeah, these are gonna need some time for recovery. Also, that mammoth house at your base there, that's just for decoration. That's not one you can actually take over. Also, nice to have the war factory right next to the refinery, which means your houses are gonna recover when they come back to Tiberium. I do like to do that in case I just get harassed by somebody. Then you get some nice, like, hands-off repair there. Okay. Juggernauts here. I think are they the fastest unit in this group here? Are they as fast as the mammoth? I'm not quite sure, but they should really be a bit further back. Of course, the fact that the shroud doesn't just stay cleared doesn't help in combination with the map being large, possibly a little bit too large. And who even was that? I don't know. Oh, these might be the obelisks they have at the entrance here. Those were actually quite useful in the Nord version of this map here, because the AI really struggles to take those out, and yeah. But let's see. Well, not if you have that many mammoth tanks. And the MAF, even though the MAF here is not really contributing all that much right now because it's just too damn slow. But here the Juggernauts here, they should have it. Come on, just a little bit more. Let's bring down this obelisk of light here. Come on. There we go, thank you very much. I don't think the AI actually will build those either. So once those are gone, they're gone. I'm not sure the AI can rebuild outside the build radius. Like whether that follows like Tiberian Dawn or Red Alert rules here. It may not quite sure about that. A bunch more like low tier units here. Was that, I think it was another shadow. Yeah, probably one other shadow team, wasn't that? Yeah. Just a bunch of guys hanging around here. And now they're all gone. If you have that many mammoths, these guys literally fall faster than basic infantry, which actually has its uses in this mod here, which is not bad. No squads either. Yeah, you can see these walls here, they fall really quickly. Obviously you don't want to make them super tough, because otherwise it might be too frustrating to get through them, but they can withstand basically like no damage. Even though they're just so huge and bulky, so you'd think they would be quite tough, but that's not really the case. There's also all these, like, I think they're actually called civilian structures, even though clearly they're not. But they're these like flavor structures, you can call them, that don't have like specific gameplay function, but they're like maybe like not research facilities or not, yeah, take that boxes, or they're not like admin buildings or so. But it's still nice that they added them, so it's not just the actual in-game structures, because it just adds a nice bit of flavor. And base defenses here, but it's just a basic laser turret, so nothing particularly scary. Especially after, even though there's a again decent amount of not forces here, nothing too bad actually. There's money crates as well. Let's see, first let's get all this infantry here shredded. And more mammoth here. And now those guys finally actually have arrived. Yeah, so quite a lot of forces here. A lot of them are weak, like the buggies. They're obviously not a real threat to the mammoth tanks, but there's some quantity here. And rocket troopers as well. Yeah, so the quantity-wise, they're definitely in the right area here. But yeah, the ship just builds, I guess, avatars or redeemers. But we'll get to the redeemer. No worries about that. War factory here. One reason to take that out, even though they have like 12 war factories or so. So that's not going to stop them by itself. Not cycle here, of course. And curiously, the not cycle is actually never built by the AI. You know, at least in, I think, almost never. It might be built in like one covert operation, but in the original Command & Conquer, the AI does. It might have cycles, but it's not going to build them. because there's no, I guess there's no team that does include them, or alternatively they forgot to just have any teams with this, or there's like an issue there with the AI just not building them even if they are included. But in any case, I also found that curious because now if I play like a fan-made map that does have mod cycles that are being built, it feels weird. Yeah, so that artillery here, all gone. I destroyed one of the factories. That doesn't really matter all that much. That wasn't that much damage. You can just rebuild it immediately. What do we have here? Oh, the Redeemer production facility. That's nice. I want to take out that. Also more weapons factories, of course. There we go. Oh, and obelisk just in my back here. Less than ideal. I'm not sure, did they have one there? Yep. Slowly grinding through there. More mammoths are coming up here. And yet more not war factories. A lot of them. I think these are already like the. If you include the Redeemer facility, those were already like 6 factories, and that's just like a small portion of the map. And there's another Redeemer facility as well, which I think is illegal. Don't think you're allowed to have that many. Yeah, let's just iron can something here. That was an anti-air turret. That's not really what you need here, but sure. I wish I could have gotten that other avatar, but you know what? This has to be good enough. Of course, the frames are dropping because that's also a lot of infantry spawning. Let's bring down another war factory here, or maybe the obelisk here. Of course, there's Temple Prime, but still protected by those generators. Important structures being protected by generators is kind of the theme of this game here. Also, the Temple of Not got toasted. I didn't even know you could take that out with this super weapon strike. Because you definitely can't take out the Rift Generator. I'm not even sure the Rift Generator takes more than 50% damage with the iron cannon, but maybe I guess maybe the temple's weaker, or it's deliberately weakened here. In any case, so I did take it out accidentally, but you know what? I'll take it. Here's a Mastodon. Oh man, Mastodon's great. Like that splash damage and everything, and not once its war factories back. That is very nice to have. There's actually more stuff there as well. Yeah, maybe it's time to take a step back here because there's double Redeemers. You don't want to mess with those if you can avoid it. Yeah, and also quite a lot of avatars, so let's try to get the Marv out of here. At least in the elite Marv, so that should help. Also time to get you guys going. Not still rebuilding everything happily. And yeah, those guys that come from the north there, that's just reinforcements. They don't build those guys. But they do build forces, so you still want to take out all those war factories eventually. Yeah, I call them Reckoners. They're actually not Reckoners. Reckoners are like the bunker guys. They're Redeemers. But yeah, well, in the heat of the moment that happens. Another Shadow Team probably.
A unit is under attack.
Bounce. Sayed Mamdoh here also has dual Mastodons, which is the maximum you can have, which is nice. And there we go, more guys coming, and the crawlers here as well, which is nice. That's what you want. And that avatar's almost down, but took a mammoth with him. And no husks from a mammoth here either.
A unit is under attack.
Yep, exciting moment indeed. There you go, that one's down.
A unit is under attack.
And Scorpion stealth things here taking down those harvesters, which is not ideal. Should have paid more attention to that. But in any case, there we go. Yeah, that black hand guy got
A unit is under attack.
himself toasted. Someone else coming for us here. Yeah, that map still needs some repairs. Smaller units come after us here. That's not much of an issue.
A unit is under attack.
Yeah, but those stealth tanks should have taken out those a little bit earlier. But oh well. Not quite sure what happened to the Redeemers. They seem to be suspiciously absent for the time being here. But there's some other guys. Is that oh, that's a commando. Yeah. Also, there's another contingent of Scorpion tanks, one there, and then a crate as well. Always nice to have for like your beefy units. Oh, that was just a money crate. Interesting. Okay, sure.
A structure is under
And
attack.
yep, the Redeemers have arrived. Time to concentrate some firepower on them. No, I guess they have rocket guys loaded. I don't think they have their basic attack. I think. I mean, they're powerful, but we have a lot of firepower here, so this should be alright. Frames are being killed as well. There we go, one of them down. Yeah, absolutely doable. And I'm not sure the AI actually rebuilds. Maybe it does when you leave the facility standing, but we didn't do that, so there we go. Unfortunately, you can't capture their husk. You'd think that would work, but I guess not. Because that's actually just the avatar that was there. And I think at least one of my engineers here got toasted, but well, that was the wrong group. Never mind that. But yeah, it was establishing a little bit of forward base here and then, just so you can get some more Tiberium if there's some in the area, and also just to be able to get reinforcement faster. Because if you build all these big and slow units, you really want to be able to get them to the front lines a bit faster. Goodbye, plane. Okay, this is not ideal, but again, it's all the big boy units, so this should be okay. But yeah, that was just a huge concentration of money. Let's fix the crawler here. And yeah, these units again, still not a problem. Well, let's maybe fix the war factory. If we can save that one. Yeah, some units can't pick up crates. I'm not sure why there's restrictions, because some very basic units such as the Confessors can do it. So you'd think it would just be everyone. And it's not like crates are like super overpowered. So you get them somewhat rarely, and they feel like more for reward.
A structure is under attack.
Yeah, sure, structures on attack. Manageable. The refinery here, because you never know when you need those resources. A little bit of Tiberium left here, not a whole lot, and it seems like, well, at least some of those stealth tanks got destroyed. Hey! Not has their own refinery here, they may or may not have a actual harvester here. And stealth, so you might not be able to see it. Yep, size matters indeed, says Marv. And time to march on. I'm not sure whether you can take out the generators with iron cannons. Maybe if you have two of them. Maybe if you have two of them, take that wall. then you could do it. And then you still have to wait until both players have the iron cannon, and then wait for like 6 combined strikes or 3 strikes. Did build the defenses here. Not sure whether it's worth waiting that long, but also I'm not sure. I don't think you can destroy Temple Prime with an iron cannon. Once you fought your way through that, you probably the generators are probably open anyway. So you're probably better way to just like bombarding the way to the generators. Yep, they want those war factories and that anti-air. Some more flame guys coming here as well. Always an annoyance. I do like the shield though, it looks kind of neat. Like the one around Temple Prime. Temple Prime looks pretty cool too. Forgot the name of the guy who converted these. I don't think it's one of the mod makers, that's someone else who did all of that. A pretty decent job. That looks like within itself, that looks like fairly coherent. So many war factories. Outside, I think there's another obelisk that went up, but yeah, whatever. There we go, construction yard. That's gonna go down soon, even though they might have a second one, or they might just build another MCV. Who knows? There we go, construction yard's down. So no more rebuilding now. Actually, well, never mind, there for the second one. Never mind. And of course more obelisks. I think I also lost my Tiberian Twilight avatar. That happens. Actually no, it didn't, that one's still wrong. Good. Extra defense for the Mastodon, that's very nice. Because it's already a beefy unit. Still worth destroying all those war factories because they will rebuild the MCV. I don't think they can drop one, I think they have to rebuild it. I think dropping is really only for the crawlers. Yeah, these basic base defenses, not an issue. Bunch of those guys, yeah, that's fine. Don't know why I built the Predator actually, maybe want to build another Mammoth. In any case, here's one of the generators, wide open now, because it only has anti-air defenses, which are actually arranged in a way that the triple turrets would be arranged in the original. Barrels here, because why not? Is that a that's a refractor. Nice. Yeah, these are actually fairly tough. Not like super tough, but I'm not sure that an Iron Cannon strike's gonna take them out. It may not. But even if it does, you're still gonna need 3 strikes and then Temple Prime. Are they gonna repair that? Because if they are gonna repair it, you can probably not take it out. Yeah, that's a bit of an annoyance that there's all these stealth tanks. Yeah, we should have taken out those earlier, but oh well. You always know better later. So they actually have a tech center here, even though they probably have multiple, so just destroying that one is probably not going to deny them all their high tier tech. Then again, you have to start somewhere. Iron Cannon's charged, that's good, so I just need a good target. Oh, here. It's the MCV here, just creepily crawling across here. Okay, that's fine. So did they not have a second construction? But once I destroyed the construction, they still deployed that war factory, so what's the deal with that? Maybe that had already been placed or so? I'm not sure. Or maybe they just want their second construction yard back, I wouldn't blame them. Yeah, no real good target for the Iron Cannon here specifically. Yeah, but a little bit of harvesting here. If you have multiple blossom trees, then you can actually sustain the, they have the crane here, of course. That explains it. Yeah, that explains it. There we go. There's another generator there, but there's also production facilities and whatnot into this direction here, so it might be worth just going after those. May as well raise everything on the temple grounds. Mastodons are securing the Tiberium fields. Juggernaut's shooting at stuff that I can't even see. But sure. No, that was not a war factory. That was just a vaguely roundish building that looked like one. Also, the corners of the walls, they keep standing. Which... I'm not sure why they do that. Because you can still move through them. They're basically a ruin, but they just kind of hang around there. Lots of obelisks here. Against all those heavy units, and I think that's another Redeemer facility. And these are anti-heavy, but there's only 3 of them. What's happening here? It's just another flood of these guys here. I'm just going to use the iron cannon there. I know that's probably a bit of a waste, but oh well. Let's take out the shield control center here. And there we go, yeah. Everybody just shut up. There's the voice of Kane as well. I really like when you set up the voice of Kane, just spins around a little bit. That's kind of cute. I do like that. Well, but now it's time to shut up Kane. And another one of these. Yeah, but our guys I think are a little bit too slow to take that one down right here. Yep, but I guess I have just one production facility left somewhere. The MCD is not particularly high up in the tech tree, so you can... Yeah, that one. If that one is lost, that's fine actually. Oh, more of these guys, but sure. I think they destroyed my harvester there. Oh well. Well, may as well take on that shield generator while we're at it. And that I don't even know what that was, but never mind. Next not attacker is... Seems like the next attack has been intercepted already. And yeah, that's a lot of low tier stuff, but I think that's all the stuff they get for free. I think the units... Their builds are actually a bit more high tier, like the artillery or the avatars. Those guys just hang out there. Sure guys, you do that. And the shield generator is gonna go down. Yeah, it's really not... It's really a fairly tough building, so I'm not sure. You might need 2 supermoon strikes for that, and that might be a bit of a waste. Yep, silos here need to go down. You can actually set the silo capacity to unlimited here, but then again, you really always want to build stuff, and if you have multiple refineries, you have so much capacity, there's no real point in just saving up. And more lasers here. Just not lost their lasers, but then again the mammoth here also. I think those are the ray guns, but they just look like lasers too. Because I think they just look like the... It's another tiny shrine. They just look like the zone trooper weapons, which I think that those are also not lasers, they just look lasery. Yeah, this again. There we go, everything's down. Shield generators down, and shield generators and shield control centers are down. Hey, found yet another war factory here. Yep, there's a temple. Barely defended now. Yet more war factory, and they're actually building beam cannons here as well. But yeah, those are... Oh, and they missed there. The beam cannons are fairly feeble. They're good to just reinforce your... Oops, drop those guys there. They're good to reinforce your existing defenses. And they make for decent artillery, but I think the Cobra artillery is quite a bit better because more Juggernaut-like. Beam cannons, I feel like the range isn't quite good enough. So you kind of have to use them just in bulk with your other like shorter ranged units.
Enemy unit sighted.
Iron cannon here. Nope, it's not going to do it. But destroyed everything around it, which is nice. So all those defenses are now gone. Yep. Yeah, you might need like 3 or 4 strikes to bring it down, but at least they don't repair it, so I guess it's still feasible to sit in your base and just do everything with super weapons. But maybe Not's also going to rebuild their super weapons if you do that, so you might not want to do that, and might take quite long as well. In any case, yeah, I think I wasn't quite sure, can you just beat it with normal weapons? Which you cannot do in the original, but here you can just go after it. Some more random structures here to destroy. And my one Juggernaut has made it all the way through. Hey, there's a Not Harvester, so they do still exist. Yeah, I'm not sure what they decloak here actually. Yeah, I'm not sure about that specifically, what was there to decloak them. But yeah, those don't matter now. Not's basically down. These guys are shielded. Oh, there's more Not forces. Yeah, that's just a whole bunch of free reinforcements coming. Actually quite a lot. But again, it's the low tier units. Tiny buggies here. Quite a lot of infantry though, those are a bit more for nuisance. But doable. And I still have that Tiberian Twilight avatar. Always nice to have. Not the 4-armed one, however. Like the really fancy one. And they're all dead. I don't think I actually had any casualties there. Okay, well, time to bring down the temple. Boom!
A structure is under attack.
Mission complete indeed. Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate that the AI occasionally just goes after more than 1,000 losses for red there. I guess it's all the infantry. After a specific human player, but it's still quite doable. Well, thanks for watching and see you next time.